Alright, are we back? Yep, we're back.
All right,
Cool.
so imagine that you're in medieval Europe, and your kingdom was just conquered. You're king, and your worst enemy is down in your throne room with 50 men with spears and swords, and they're all looking at you and your 3 daughters, your wife, and your son. And they say, "You give me 2 of your daughters, and they're going to marry my 2 youngest sons." And you think, okay, but in reality, they're not going to have a good life.
No.
Of course. So would you do it, or would you just kill us all?
I mean, honestly, when you gotta think about life was so rough back then that people didn't look at other people like you have rights that no one should take away from you. No, people were literally property. Until you were big enough to fight for yourself. And women, it didn't matter how old they were property for their entire life. Yeah. So back then you wouldn't even think about it. It's like when you had daughters, you're like, oh, sick. I can trade this in for something 16 years later.
I can get goats.
Yeah, I can maybe get a fucking house.
I could probably get a cow for this woman.
Yeah, that's how they saw it. So it was probably completely normal.
Holy shit, a blonde-haired, blue-eyed one? I'm gonna get 3 cows.
I'm getting a fucking flock of cows.
I'm getting 3 fucking cows for this girl that is the light of my life.
Yeah, and you gotta imagine you don't even know where your next meal is coming from. Basically,
we didn't say that.
Welcome back, guys.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so it's as soon as someone's like, "I'll buy your child from you," you're like, "Fucking sold." Yeah.
Sold, dude.
How many chickens do I get? Exactly. Less mouths, I get food and gold right now.
It's not like it's a fucking son or anything.
Yeah, well, literally,
in Native American culture, I believe that once you get married, you move in with the father or the son's family. So you go immediately into living with your father-in-law and your sister-in-law. Could you imagine how shitty that would be?
If you're a woman?
A woman, yeah, of course.
That would be pretty rough.
Wouldn't that be terrible the day after the marriage?
You just have to deal with
Imagine being back then. You'd have to have sex in the same house as your parents currently are having sex to make new kids.
You're hearing everything.
Gross.
And their houses weren't they just
they were straw and shit.
Yeah,
they
it was just
insulated.
one room. It was just one room. So
Vikings
you're just
house,
banging in a corner.
Yeah, dude, it's terrible.
You're just banging. Your mom's in a corner making bread on the floor. And
your parents are having a reverse 69. You see it
and you're just
your
fucking
dad just fucks your mom on top of her.
Yeah, that's
terrible.
Hell. Yeah, and I'm not.
That's the reality. We could continue to go into graphic sexual detail, and we will if you guys want us to. But I think we should probably move on away from the graphic sex for a little bit.
Probably.
We'll come back to graphic details.
Not even 2.5 minutes.
Probably. Well, this is about where we usually talk about rape.
This is usually when
this is usually very rape heavy.
Just temporarily. It's very. We are dependent on retards and rape.
Genitalia too.
Yeah, really. I mean, that's the majority of our conversations.
Fucking hell.
What else has been going on, dude?
Nothing crazy going on in my life currently. Just balling and chilling and doing shit up.
Yeah. By the time you guys listen to this, this is starting my second week at work. It's been cool.
So that was your first? I'm kidding.
No idea.
It was fucking awesome, dude.
No, but you know something I've noticed on TikTok? There's just blatant racism everywhere on TikTok.
Yeah, I know.
Not only
blatant racism on most social media,
but TikTok is crazy amount of racist shit. Instagram at least will filter that shit out, and you don't see as many people
it's a Chinese company. Who cares?
Well, it's Taiwanese. That's the big difference.
It's Taiwanese.
But no, it's just the amount of fucking 13-year-old kids on TikTok just straight up being send black people back to Africa is the craziest.
And it gets so many likes.
It gets 25,000 likes. It's fucking crazy.
Dude, whenever I see a British person talking about being in America on our podcast account, I tell them to go back.
Yeah,
I tell them to go back to their country.
That's just patriotism.
Get the hell out of here.
But
you can't tell people to go back because of the color of their skin. You can only tell them to go back if they're fucking dirty Europeans.
Yeah, and it's the craziest, most racist memes. They're just drawing fucking memes that already exist and just making them black.
Yeah.
And then drawing a fucking stick figure, and it's they're walking to a map next to Africa. It's the fucking crazy.
I see a lot of is whenever Africa talks shit, people will post a picture of a normal city here, and they'll say 2020.
Yeah.
And they'll post Native American culture in 1650, and then they'll post an African hut and they'll say 2020.
That's what I'm talking about. It's the most racist.
Brutal, dude.
I've seen one where it's what am I thinking of? It's an ancient civilization 10,000 years ago, and it has decor art and shit. Jesus fuck, you're gonna tear the set down. What the fuck is going on?
I don't know. I dropped my vape.
And then it's 2024, and it's a picture of a straw hut in Africa. Yeah. It's the most racist shit.
I can't imagine living in one of the countries where you have to walk a mile to get your day's water supply.
No.
What the fuck is that? Why would anyone move to where there's water? Just don't live there anymore. Get away from where there's no water.
Fuck, I forget who it is, but there was a comedian who had a bit like that.
Yeah, the ex-preacher.
Yeah. What was his name?
I don't know. He's dead.
He's dead.
He's not gonna sue us for sitting on his
Yeah,
bed.
no, definitely not. But yeah, it's just the most punching down bit. But literally,
It was funny as fuck.
why don't you? But also, if you guys live like
where there's food.
well, yeah, but even this, like, why don't you guys move to where you guys have to walk to get water? Why don't you just move there so it's like a 5-minute
But
fucking
because there's
walk?
fucking lions and tigers that go there to get water too.
So okay, so this is what if I was an African, this is what I would do. Obviously, you have to acquire a fucking assault rifle. Like, you gotta get your hands on like an
That
AK.
can't even kill some of the animals though. Like an elephant.
Well, yeah, but how often do you think you're gonna have to deal with an angry elephant?
Depends what part of Africa you're in, dude. I watched Animal Planet, and apparently it's a rampant problem in certain countries.
Yeah.
Bull elephants just completely leveling villages
Jesus
just to be
Christ,
dicks. Yeah,
really?
dude. And what are you gonna do against this like 13-foot elephant
You have
coming in
there's
with
no
its giant cock, just completely wiping out your city? Because Animal Planet does not blur out animal genitalia. What is that?
Dude, you gotta stop talking about genitalia.
I don't. It's such a. I don't know. It's always on my
Is
mind.
it because you're in love?
No.
You're
think
in
it's
love
just-
and
I
you've
think
been
it's just
thinking about genitals.
Dicks on my
nonstop.
mind constantly.
Yeah.
Just so prevalent in pop culture.
Also a hippo too. They're basically like a fucking. It's like a Jeep with a heartbeat.
I mean, no, it's worse than a Jeep because Jeeps don't purposely try to kill you.
Well, they're
Hippos
all.
aren't going to eat
No,
you. They're
they're-
just going to kill you for sport.
Yeah, they'll just fucking drown you and chop you in half. They're fucking dry mouth. No, but it's basically like they can move up to like I think it's like
It's fast.
30 miles an
It's
hour, dude.
fast.
And it's like they weigh as much as a
So
fucking
can
Jeep.
alligators. Like certain alligators can be quick as
Dude,
fuck. Bears can move
just,
quick as
yeah,
fuck.
just get the fuck out of Africa.
Just don't go in nature. Stay in cities where it's safe.
Inside, just
Or live in the Midwest where the worst thing you have to worry about is a fucking coyote.
oh my god, yeah, or just like people breaking in.
Yeah, you have to worry about a lot of crackheads and meth heads in the Midwest. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, you take a drive out of my neighborhood, you'll see someone tweaking walking down the highway within 2 minutes.
You'll also see some people posted up in their front yard with the lawn chairs and a boombox.
Yeah, that kind of
I
girl.
wonder what they're doing. They're just chilling.
They're holding it down in the neighborhood, bro.
Yeah, dude, that's a neighborhood watch.
They're doing the Lord's work.
They are the neighborhood watch if you really think about
They
it.
really do, and they
Any
don't
shit
cooperate
pops
with
off
the police.
around here.
Yeah, we start running.
They don't cooperate with the police.
Fuck no. Yeah, no, why would they?
They are the police. I am the police.
They're not neighborhood watch. They're hood watch.
Good watch.
We don't talk no damn police.
Good watch. Good watch. Good watch.
Yeah, I just
You know,
can't-
it's fun to lie to the elderly about people.
What kind of lies are you telling the elderly?
So
Like,
I
you
had
tell
this
them like, no, I
trainee-
don't have gonorrhea. Is that one of the lies you tell them?
No, so I had this trainee, and whenever I got bored during like training her, I would just make crazy lies about her to the elderly right in front of both of their faces.
It's like she's
The
going
best
to,
one-
she's going to die in 6
I
months.
think my best one was when I held up a Martha Stewart magazine, and I was like, "You see her?" And I said, "You know what her and my trainee have in common? They both love to say the N word.
The old people
They
probably
loved that. He loved it. He was cracking up.
Dude, I can't
If he
imagine
didn't
working
have a
at prison.
catheter, he would have pissed his pants.
He probably was, but he was probably pissing his catheter.
Of course.
Catheter. Jesus Christ, I'm retarded.
Holy
You know
catheters
how-
hurt.
Sorry to jump off topic. Do you know how homophobic Mexican people are, though?
Yeah, dude, they're like the Catholicest Catholics. Of
They
course
are.
They hate gays.
Dude, and they don't even fucking play around with that
Dude,
shit.
there
Even
was-
a little.
There's a serial killer in Mexico killing old women. There was a man who dressed up like a woman. And the police could not find him because they refused to believe there's a cross-dresser in Mexico.
Yeah.
They refused to believe it. So it took so long. He killed a shit ton of old women.
Dude, and the craziest thing about Mexico is like when you talk about a serial killer in Mexico, their body count's like in the hundreds.
Because the police they think it's an American problem. A lot of countries think serial killers are an American problem. No, we're just open about it.
yeah,
And we
talk-
tend to have a little bit more than you guys, all right? We're a little bit more fucked up because we're driven by innovation.
Yeah, we live in a fucking
You know how much more
rotating hamster
stressful-
wheel where it crushes us constantly.
Yeah, we're constantly stressed out, and that's why we're always at the forefront of innovation. Americans are always stressed. That's why we work the hardest.
This is
always
why
on
we're
top.
number one.
Let's get back to not being super patriotic.
Okay, yeah, we gotta stay away. Thank God we haven't talked about the military. though.
Another
We're
lie
doing
was
good.
I told her, like, you know the sign?
Yeah, I love you.
I started telling people that was a gang sign whenever she did it. they like that too.
Gangsta, the I love you gang.
You
No,
know what's
I've been seeing. Well, what I've been seeing is this. I mean, it's probably just one dude on fucking TikTok doing this, but he'll go up to like two Mexican people who are walking in a mall, and he'll go like English or Spanish, and they'll be like English, and he goes, "The first one to move is gay." And these guys will stand there for like minutes.
Yeah, they don't want to be the gay one.
That's how homophobic they are.
Dude, my uncle, he's from Belize, and his brother was up here who lives in Belize currently. He lived here with them for a few months, and I was staying with them too.
Swag.
And he was the most homophobic guy I've ever met.
I believe it.
He
I
asked me
truly
about
believe
girls all the time, and I was like, "No, I don't have a girlfriend right now." He goes, "Oh, tu novio?
Yeah, you
Tu
like
novio?" And I was
sucking
like,
cock,
"Oh,
bro?
you like cock?" He's like, "You like cock?" No. He was saying the most homophobic shit in Spanish. I'm positive. If you, I don't know, dude. And then he kept
He
trying to
probably
get me
thinks you're gay.
He tried to get me to go down to police with him because, quote, the Latinas love white boys. He was the best. I fucking love that.
Dude,
Shout
so
out Sergio.
Your uncle was just like, dude, I'll pay for your
his
plane
uncle's
ticket.
brother.
Oh, so your uncle's brother was gonna pay for your
Yeah,
plane
because he
ticket?
wanted me to work on his fucking farm.
So, but he also wanted you to catch
I
mad
helped him.
police pussy.
I helped him cut down the tree and like clean it up, and it was a big ass tree and it was heavy. And he's like, "Oh, you could work outside." He goes, "Yeah." So, I don't think a lot of white people do that. He's like, "I guess
No.
not." He's like, "You want to come down to police?" And I was like, "No."
Why the
Then he tried
fuck-
to sell me on the pussy.
Yeah, he's like, dude, come work for like 40 cents a day.
Yeah,
and, but
and
you'll
get
be
mad pussy.
yeah, dude, you'll be like
Cutting down sugar cane, burning it, getting lung cancer.
oh yeah, dude,
Yeah,
but then
just
you'll
the
be all
carcinogens
the
out the
brown
farm.
pussy you want, dude. Come get cancer in Belize with me.
All the midget Latino pussy. Because Latinas are what, like 4 times?
Yeah, they're like
They're
they're like
midgets, especially-
mad small.
Especially in Central America. Southern, below,
They don't have
Mexico and
nutrition.
above South
They don't
America.
get nutrition down here.
They just drink. It's basically all sugar. I'm surprised they all don't have diabetes.
I
Sergio has diabetes.
I think they're immune.
No, they get it. They
Yeah,
just
for
don't.
sure.
They just don't treat it.
They just die like
They just
58.
don't
They're
take
like,
the medicine
this
for it.
mysterious illness that's killing the majority
I
of
lost
people
all
who die
my.
in this
I
country.
lost both my feet.
Yeah, like my finger. I can't feel my hands either. I
I
think
smell
those are
like
gone.
fruit.
Yeah, I don't. I can't tell you what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't. It's like God must be pissed.
God's definitely pissed at me. He's taking all my fucking. He took my feet. He's gonna take my hands. He's gonna
Gonna
take
take my
life.
eyes.
The amount of.
All right, what would you
Coca-Cola
rather
that they
lose
drink.
first? Obviously your feet.
Yeah.
But your hands or your eyes first?
My hands or my eyes first?
Yeah, which would you rather lose?
Dude, that just gave me
It's
anxiety.
such a terrible
I don't know.
choice.
What do I want to lose? My sight or my ability to take care
To
of
masturbate,
myself?
yeah.
Well, that's no, dude.
It's
if you-
basically sight. It's usually
if
it's
you
either
really-
masturbation in your mind or masturbation with your hand.
It's really no. It's really all jerking off is how bad do you want it? That's all. It boils down to that very quickly. How bad do you want
You
it,
just
dude?
get a pillow and
Yeah,
just
dude, you'll
bend it with
figure it
your
out.
knees and just hump your knees.
You'll fucking buy something and jam it in between something like at cock.
All right. I forgot how ingenious you are with masturbation. Let's continue.
I'm definitely gonna lose my hands because you
You
can
think
get like
so?
hooks. Yeah, you can figure something out. You could get hooks. There's also like, dude, Elon Musk just put a brain chip in some dude,
Someone
and
can
he's
see that.
able to control. He's able to play fucking Mario Kart now.
In
So
his mind.
I'm certain that if I don't have my hands, dude, I'll sign up for like some beta testing to like give me robot hands that I can control.
Give me machine gun hands.
Then I'm right back in the fucking game.
Give me Iron Man hands. I wanna
That'd be
like
cool.
Tony Stark.
That'd be cool if it's like a self defense thing. If you have a robot hand where you do this and it shoots like a 9 caliber bullet once.
Yeah, you get 1 9 calorie bullet. And then if anyone ever
9 millimeter. Right?
if anyone ever inconveniences you and you want to fuck them for the rest of their life, you can say pop.
Oh yeah, or just they're standing. They just cut in front of you at the grocery store. You put it in their spine and
Dude.
you cripple them.
That's the best way to assert your dominance. Is killing yourself in front of someone. Because
Yeah.
they're never gonna forget you.
Like this is your fault.
This
Boom.
is your fault. Remember me for the rest of your life, motherfucker.
Like good luck getting a
Next
nice.
time, next time you cut someone off in traffic, remember this. Pop.
Dude, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but the amount of like people who
Are shit drivers in Columbus?
Nah,
it's
I'm
off
not
the
just talking about-
charts.
I'm not even talking about just the shit drivers. I'm talking about the people who like will shoot at a car because they are having an issue with the driver. That is not that uncommon. Dude, we had for like no shit, like a month straight, there was a highway that was closed every single day because there was a shooting.
In Columbus?
Yeah.
I never hear about that in Cincinnati, dude. That must just be a here problem.
The thing is that they wouldn't even really talk about it on the news. It wasn't even addressed. If you were driving, you'd see like 6 police cars and this fucking. That's probably why this fucking highway was closed yesterday,
See,
dude.
what I've realized is Cincinnati news is just they're honest on everything. Nowhere else have I ever lived are they honest about the crime as much as Cincinnati.
Really?
Cincinnati will tell you anything that happens. They're like,
How bad is it?
watch this video of this kid getting jumped in high school.
Oh my god.
This guy
Yeah.
shot his wife in his shot. Now he's in court. This guy tried to bite a cop's neck and made him bleed and like tried to kill him. Now he's in court. And they tell you everything.
Now he's
that's
in
happened.
court.
Now he's in court. They love to say now he's in court.
Jesus Christ. That's fucking horrific.
Yeah, dude. No, it's honestly it's refreshing to have honest journalism about how fucked up the place you live in is.
Well, yeah, I mean, in Cincinnati, like almost an active like war zone.
Dude, when I first moved there and I heard the news first time, I was like, holy fuck, this sounds like Gotham. It's like Gotham. They talk about a crooked police, crooked
Police chief or what?
politician.
Oh.
No, it's a crooked politician, the mayor, I guess, was super crooked. That's some other shit. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? That dude just shot someone in the street. There's an acid attack. Why is this one news coverage? Why is this one cycle? It's a 6 o'clock news. This is insane.
This is just the highlight.
And then I
of the day.
realized that this happens everywhere, but Cincinnati just tells us about it.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. I respect.
Maybe Cincinnati doesn't have fuck all going on
They
besides
don't
crime.
care. They do not. Cincinnati does not care about anything besides crime.
Well, I've seen like some news reports
It's the
come out of
weather and
Cincinnati, and it's like some of them on YouTube will get like millions of views. So
'Cause
people
it's
across the
crazy.
country, yeah, people across the country
Dude,
want
there's
this
this one guy, a black guy. He was homeless, obviously, and he had a braided beard with 3 braids. It was gross.
shit. Jeez,
It was disgusting.
that's it.
He witnessed a murder.
Oh, okay.
But that's just normal Cincinnati behavior.
Yeah, that's just a normal dude who lives in
It's a normal
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati thing.
Yeah, you guys eat
Basically
fucking. You
Kentucky.
guys,
Dude, they have gross food.
yeah, I was
They
gonna
have
say.
oatmeal sausage. It's called Greta, and they act like it's like manna from the gods. What the fuck? It's
Wait,
gross.
what? Oatmeal and sausage?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Dude, it's just the grossest shit. They have
They also-
chocolate chili.
Yeah, chocolate and cinnamon in your chili.
It's not that bad.
The
I do
fuck
enjoy
are you
that.
guys talking
It
about?
tastes kind of good, dude. Have you ever had it?
Yeah, I've had. Yeah, I've
It's not
seen it.
bad.
It's weird.
Of course, it's weird. It's chocolate and cinnamon and chili, but it's okay if you open your mind.
Yeah,
Yeah. If you
Yeah,
go in
Skyline.
here thinking
Fuck
like
Skyline.
it's gonna be okay,
yeah. No.
but if you go in with a closed mind, it's gonna taste like shit.
Big Mama, leave Bali alone.
Caleb's cat and dog are currently in the
Fucking
midst
dog.
of like a cold war, and there was an attack this morning. It was brutal. It was unprovoked.
It was completely unprovoked. The
It was
cat hit
basically
dog.
9/11 for that dog.
Now it's been real awkward in the house, and I can
I
hear
can
them.
feel the tension.
I can hear them like talking to each other behind the couch, but I can't
I
see
can
what's going
feel
on.
the tension. It's about to be cut with a knife between this dog and this cat.
What's going on?
They're both just looking out the window.
I guess they're looking out the window at each other. Maybe maybe Big Mama saw a bird or
They're
something.
planning an attack on each
Jesus
other.
Christ, dude! This this podcast is just growling. So I talked about fucking. Oh, I have a cool piece. I have a cool thing that could probably give us a couple minutes. Do you know the story about Gregor McGregor?
No.
Okay, so this motherfucker, this dude fucking sucked. Okay.
Sounds like a badass.
This guy was basically okay. So he was like a young dude, and he just so happened to like be able to like marry this princess or this duchess of some fucking dumbass island.
Mhm.
So by sheer luck, this dude marries a duchess. Then he gets a royal title. He's like the Dutch or whatever of this bullshit island. She dies.
The Dutch? You mean the Duke?
Whatever. So he's like he has his title, but he's not actually the duke. He gives himself that title because he's actually supposed to be like the prince or whatever the fuck. I don't know how the hierarchy goes. So he's not even supposed to. So he like claims this title, and no one really stops him because he's married to like the bitch who runs everything.
Basically,
So he's like,
Duke.
sure, you're the duke. She dies shortly after that. He marries her cousin, who's the fucking queen of some land, or the prince or whatever, or the princess. So he becomes like the prince and gives himself another bullshit title. So this guy, and it's like the 1600s. This dude is just acquiring all of these titles just because he's lying to people. It
He
gets like,
sounds like a badass.
listen, you're gonna hate him. So what happens is he goes to like England or whatever, and he talks about his time because before that he was like a sailor or whatever. He worked on like sailboats, and he went to like what is now like Honduras or whatever. He went to like Central America. He started lying to people in like Britain. He got like these crowds together, and he was talking about some land that he just made up.
Dude, I'm starting to like this guy more and more. What are you talking about? Fuck the British.
No, well, listen. So he's lying to them, and he's telling them like this land is literally. He's like the livestock is so rich you can hunting for one day gives you food for a week. He's like
That might be true.
there's rivers that you walk into the river and you see just deposits of gold. Like he's just making up childhood lies to people back in the 1600s who are probably, if we brought those people here today, they would be considered retarded.
Dude,
Like,
honestly,
those people were retards.
he kind of did describe America. If you really think about it, with the gold rush.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
crazy. He literally described America.
he
before they
described a
found
place that he didn't know existed.
it. Yeah, that's crazy.
So what he started doing, because this
You
guy
can
was
see it.
like, here, fix your mic, it's all tangled up.
I know it keeps doing that.
So this dude started selling. He said he was I don't forget what fucking word it was, but he's basically the king of this land. And he said, I just need initial investments that start building everything up, and then we'll take you guys there. So he basically crowdfunds. In today's money,
Crowdfunds,
well, that's what he does. He gets people just to give them money.
Kickstarter,
$60 million in today's money.
Jeez,
This dude steals $60 million from like the poorest people who
Dude.
just want to live like a good life, like because England
It is
sucks.
great.
It's fucking rainy and it's cold. He was like, it's constantly warm. He's like, you never need to
Are
wear
you
a
saying you
jacket.
want to do that?
What? Steal $60 million from poor people?
Yeah.
If I given the
Back
chance,
then,
probably.
back then, I totally would have done that, dude.
So listen,
I wouldn't have given a fuck.
so listen. This is what he does. So his back's against the wall,
I'd
right?
go far.
He takes some of that money and buys 5 ships, or he gets like he rents out 5 ships, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna send the first 60 people. I'm gonna send them to the island. So these people are all pumped. They're wearing like dresses and everything and it's like it's like a 2-month voyage.
Yeah,
It's
he doesn't
2
even
months
know where they're going.
Yeah. So no, he takes them to where he's selling them plots of land, and it's like the fucking place they land. Like the beach is rough. There's nothing built, and these people were convinced. So they sat there for 2 days after they got to the island. They sat there on the beach, being like, the people in this town are gonna come and like find us and come bring us into the city, and they'll feed us. And
Bitch, you are the town.
They realized then after like the 3rd day that no one was coming for them. So they started like that's when they started like building like a fucking
shanty.
Yeah, they started like building like they had like a fire thing going, and they started building like a structure. That's when the second boat made it, and they dropped those people off, and they took the people who were like sick back to England or whatever. But the majority of those people died, and they weren't even, if you were too far gone, like too sick on that island, they're like, just, you're gonna die, so just stay here. We're gonna take these people back.
That's crazy.
Dude, ended up every single person that went died. By the time the 3rd and the 4th and the 5th ship got there, it was just dead bodies all across the island. So those boats just turned around.
Would you rather die on the island, or would you rather die of the plague?
I don't know. What a horrific question.
Because that was their choice.
Well, no, it wasn't. It wasn't the time of the plague. I don't think the plague happened yet.
1600s were the plague.
I could have the date wrong. It could have been like the 1800s or the 1700s. This guy was doing this. So then those 3 boats full of people come back, and they're like hundreds of people. And they're like much bigger ships. So all these people are like, "What the fuck, Gregor McGregor, you piece of shit! You killed these people." When they got back, dude, he was gone.
Of course you were gone.
There was no trace of him.
They thought he built a city for them.
Dude,
they're not just gonna chill over there on
listen,
the fucking island.
So he killed like 90 people, just sent them to some deserted island. He killed 90 people, stole $60 million in today's money.
And dude,
yeah, just
he's the greatest comment of all time.
No, listen to this. Like less than a year later, he pops up in France and does it again.
I fucking love this guy.
Pulls the scheme off again, but instead this time he steals like $85 million. He does it more successfully. It basically wash and repeat. He sends French people. The first boat dies. The second boat's like, we're just turning back around. All these French people come back after being gone for like 6 months. They're like, what the fuck, dude?
He's not there.
Gone.
Of course.
Dude is just gone.
He perfected it.
But they like, historians were able to like, after everything, like he never actually ended up paying for any of his crimes.
Of course.
He just lived. He was like the richest fucking dude. Didn't have to pay for any of his crimes. But historians found like, and he just tried to pull the, like, after France, dude, everything went downhill for this scheme. Because I think
greedy.
Maybe, I don't know if it was greed, but, or like, if
dude, $145 million, he's greedy.
Yeah.
Fuck off with that money, dude. Live your life.
Yeah, okay, so he was being greedy, but he was going to like towns, and like his grift was he only was able to make it really work 2 times.
Well, that's
every other town like he would show up in, they were way more hesitant than like those. But you got to think, like, at the time, those were like 2 of the most major cities. So a bunch of people are going there. They're like fucking kind of dumb. That's how every city is now
That's
today.
awesome, dude.
So he stole money from a bunch of dumb people who lived in cities back like 400 years ago.
The 1600s or whatever, if you think about it, they were still like Germanic tribes. They believed in pagan shit.
Yeah.
So he would have to try and convince like the Norse to be like, "You want to go?"
Exactly.
And they'd be like, "Fuck no."
And he was just routinely driven. Like, as soon as he would set up in town, he would give his speech, and they were basically like, "No, you're the devil," and they would run him out of town.
Yeah, dude, fuck that.
So he was just like basically on the run for the rest of his life.
No,
I don't think he actually ever
found somewhere and fucked off there for the rest of his life.
I don't think he remarried. I think after that chick that he married, she died or whatever. Yeah, the cousin of his first wife. I don't think he remarried.
He was hot, bro, dude.
Yeah, so he was just going around scamming people who had like no money. I was just crazy.
Sometimes I think con men are kind of cool.
I mean, sometimes if they steal from the right people.
Yeah, especially the rich.
What
kind of sucks? He stole from the poor, but like it's funny.
If he was stealing from like the queen and shit, I'd be like, dude, that guy's a pimp, dude.
He's kind of still fair, dude. Like, what do you think a pimp is, Caleb?
Dude,
they don't sell wealthy women.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying most crime. A lot of that crime shit happens like with the super poor because there's not really another choice. So I understand that, but I'm just saying, like, if in the terms of stealing, you can steal from anybody.
Yeah, I just
stole you should steal from the rich.
Well, last night I stole Caleb's anal virginity.
You didn't steal anything.
It was already gone.
Yeah, it was long gone, buddy. That's why I was all loose and blown out.
That's why it's always diarrhea.
It's constantly diarrhea. Dude, I'm back on another diarrhea kick. I don't know what's going on.
Caleb texts me when he has diarrhea and when he's dropping horse files. He lets me know when it changes.
I keep him updated as the cycle changes. Well, when you really drop a fucking horse file, it's like
you gotta brag to somebody.
You have to tell someone. There's so many times where I want to just fucking call Mariah and be like, "You won't even believe what just happened," but I have to stop myself.
Dude,
that's crazy.
During my crazy time when I took a big shit, I would send pictures of people like, "Look at this shit."
It's honestly understandable.
You want to see something crazy?
Yeah, look what just came out of my body.
Giant fucking shit. If you save it for a couple days, if you're brave enough to hold out.
Oh, dude, there's no.
The euphoria after it's pushed out.
You saw me. I started screaming and running.
Yeah, you did, and then you thought you lost your cat, so you just stopped to look for the cat.
It was the panic that made my stomach stop hurting.
Panic.
Yeah, it is true. Anytime, I'm crazy, dude. Anytime there's the dishwasher's running, the washer or the dryer, or even the oven, I have to find the little cat. Make
Even
sure
if
she's
you
okay.
put the food in the oven.
If I put the food in the oven myself, I'll have to check again to make sure the cat's not in the oven, but then I don't have to find her because I know she's not in the oven.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
You can't just check it where I am. Put the oven on. You can't just check the oven. You have to actually find her.
Yeah. I'll just go and find the cat. Because if
little
Mariah's cooking and I open the oven, if I fuck with whatever she's doing, she'll be so upset with me. So I just have to go. I have to
I don't think
swallow
she'd
my
care.
panic.
I've met Mariah, but I don't think she'd give a fuck.
It's just, she looks at me. She's like, "You think the cat's in the oven?"
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't want to hear that.
Oh, fair enough.
Sometimes I just want to find my cat in peace.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I don't want to be scolded. And
I don't want to
made
be
feel like
scolded for my anxiety.
Yeah, because I'm retarded. I have no control over
It's
that.
like getting like suicide shit like I did.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
The
it's
doctor's
just
like,
assaulting my mental illness.
"Bro, are you fucking stupid
Are you
too?"
stupid? You thought you could kill yourself
Yeah,
like that?
you're obviously really dumb. We
You?
put you in the
I
extra.
get why you tried it. I get why you tried it. I thought it was that stupid.
Hey,
Yeah, dude.
that's the biggest slam. I think
Just to be like, you tried to kill yourself.
no, well but I think it was KanYE who said this. But correct me if I'm wrong. But I think it was KanYE. He was like, if I was you, I'd kill myself.
Dude, so many people have said that.
I think it was KanYE that started it though.
Really?
I think it was.
I know. He put out a whole song that's, I thought about killing you. I love myself way more than I love you, and I think about killing myself. So you best believe me when I say I thought about killing you. He's insane. Of course, he said that shit.
Yeah.
He put out a song where he said that shit.
If I was you, I'd kill myself.
Just to the general public too, dude. He's not talking about any specific person when he's telling them that he would kill them.
No, he's just
talking
talking
to
about
everybody.
indiscriminately killing people.
I know he's losing his mind, and I know it's wrong, but I fucking love his crazy shit.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Is
The
I've
best-
become like I've always been a fan of KanYE, but I've really been diving into like all of his
The
like
best-
discography, and it's the
He's
thing that's
amazing.
he's amazing. But the thing that it really is upsetting is that everybody really is just watching him lose his mind, and they're all just pointing and laughing, and they're going like,
It's
"Ha
kind of funny though.
he's fucking crazy." It's funny, but at the same time, it's
All
really
right, I'll tell you the
fucking
peak.
sad.
I'll tell you the peak. My favorite part of the whole KanYE meltdown was when Kim Kardashian divorced him, and he was taking his kids to the Super Bowl. Then he found out that Pete Davidson had met his kids. So during the entire Super Bowl, he was just posting shit about Pete Davidson on his Instagram. It'd just be a picture of the field, and then he'd be like, "Fuck Skeet Davidson" underneath it. It was amazing. I was losing my shit. It was the best part of that fucking Super Bowl. Kanye's Instagram
KanYE just wilding out
on social media.
Yeah, just be like,
It's awesome.
"Fuck
It's
Pete
better when he does it on social media than when he does it in person, like on an interview, because you're like, holy shit, that dude's actually losing his fucking mind.
Yeah.
But when it's on social media, you're like, oh, everyone has those days on social media.
Everyone just goes and says
Everybody's
horribly
occasionally
racist
a
shit.
little anti-Semitic on social media.
It happens. It happens.
Not a lot of people are anti-Semitic in person.
I do think it's really sad though. But the thing is that he's like, "You can't hold me back. I get to say what I
Dude,
want."
I've been a psychotic. He's having the time of his life. He's
Yeah.
living his life right now.
He's gonna look back at this and
I don't know, if he never goes on medicine, he'll never look back at this and say, this is bad.
yeah.
I don't think he'd ever look back and say, this
I mean,
is
I guess.
bad.
Well, I mean, like he's probably like he's probably bipolar.
Oh, shit. You know what I saw this weekend?
What?
Mike Tyson is not smoking weed leading up to this Jake Paul fight.
Oh
He's
yeah.
not smoking
I was
weed.
telling Mariah that.
He's gonna rip Jake Paul's head
He's
off.
gonna fucking kill Jake Paul.
He's already probably getting angry. He's already probably yelling at people in his house for no reason.
Dude, 8 hours after he stopped smoking weed, I guarantee you he's fucking angry as fuck.
Yeah, he's probably. Oh, dude.
He's not sleeping. He's not eating.
If
Dude,
I was
he's
Jake
just
Paul, I'd be
angry.
shitting myself hearing that Mike Tyson is no longer smoking weed. Weed is what he tells people makes him not be a piece of shit, like just beating everyone up on the streets. He openly tells people that weed is the reason he doesn't do that.
Yeah, he said weed is the reason why he's like not in prison or anything.
Yeah.
Okay, hold it down, Michael. Talk about Mike Tyson.
So Mike Tyson is the best. I don't understand why he got the face tat, but my favorite rant is probably when he ended with "Praise Allah." I don't know why he did that. It was just about a fight. I think it might have been right after he converted to the Islam. But I honestly, Anthony Jeselnik during the Trump roast, Mike Tyson was also on the dais or whatever the fuck they call it. That's stupid to call it the dais anyway. But Mike Tyson was there, and Anthony Jeselnik said he roasted him something like Mike Tyson converted to Islam. That's probably his biggest regret. And Mike Tyson goes, I don't regret it. And I think Jeselnik just says, oh, you will. That's my favorite joke about Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson goes, maybe, I don't know. Imagine if he had said that when Mike Tyson was not smoking weed. he would have got up there and broke Anthony Jeselnik's skinny white frame over his knee.
Yeah, he would have killed Jeselnik.
It's crazy because Mike Tyson's really not that tall. He's just so fucking wide.
No, yeah,
And
he's
it's just
wide.
all muscle.
He's a fucking tank. He's a human tank. He's going. If that's the thing, I was saying in the podcast before, dude. If he does not absolutely fucking kill Jake Paul, every fight is from that was before and here on out completely rigged. No one will fucking pay for a single fucking fight if Mike Tyson doesn't beat the holy piss out of him. No one's buying another fight.
Yeah, I agree.
Because if Mike Tyson, it's like it doesn't even make sense that Mike Tyson would lose.
I've never really
He's
bought
like
many
55.
Yeah, he's old.
Dude, there's boxers today, like, who win championships are like, I would not fight Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
They are scared of him. And
He's
this
a crazy person.
This fucking YouTuber is like, nah, man, I'm a boxer now. I'm going to fight the fucking most legendary boxer easily of all time.
All right. Well, he's definitely the hardest hitting boxer of all time.
Who do you think, who's number one?
Everyone gives it to Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, George Foreman as well.
Yeah.
He was a motherfucker.
Foreman almost didn't he beat Mike Tyson once?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Foreman was good. But I don't know. I'm not a big boxing guy. But here's a segment I'm going to let you guys in on. I think I'm going to say one thing at the end of the podcast from now on that you can say to women that'll really make them think about their lives. And this one is whenever you see a picture of the little rat dog, you say, oh my God, it's a fucking rat. It's a fucking rat. And when they say, what? The fucking rat in the picture you just sent me. And if they keep talking to you, that's how you know they like you still. Because if they're getting upset about it. No, not to the Grand Canyon. I did this to this girl named Ashley.
Ugh, my ex is Ashley.
Ashley's a weird name, dude.
My ex spelled it Ashlee.
Yeah, well, that's fucking gross.
Yeah, it's super
You
fucking
need
gross.
to have a Y in there. EY is probably worse than EE, though. You don't need fucking both the E and the Y. What the fuck is that? Pick one.
Well, you need a consonant before the Y.
What do you mean?
Or a vowel, I mean.
Not necessarily.
For names, typically.
That's gay.
Yeah, some of them. Unless they're abbreviated.
Taylor. Oh, fuck, you're right.
Yeah.
Caleb. Yeah. Michael. All right, fuck. This
Yeah.
is it. We didn't say that.
You guys just learned something. Vowels and consonants.
Don't necessarily do fentanyl this week if you don't want to, but if you want to, fucking go for it.
Yeah.